Hey there guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be taking a look at the Punisher. Let's get right into the video. Boom. Alright guys, you know exactly how this goes. We always start with good stuff. Alright, so the first thing we're going to take a look at are the performances. How are they? Well, to put it short, they're actually pretty great. First off, we're going to start off with the Punisher, man. Jon Bernthal. He is a legend. He owns the role. There are a few actors that own their character. You know, we got Ben Affleck with Batman. We got Tony Stark. We got a bunch of others. But Jon Bernthal is the Punisher. Alright, he's one of those guys. He's in the top tier, especially in this season. You know, in this season, they take the character of the Punisher and give him more heart. Okay, you know, and I'll talk about that later in the characterization side of the review. And so with the other actors, Ben Barnes owns the role. Jason R. Moore, he owns it. You know, Josh Stewart as the priest. I'll talk about the priest later. He was incredible. Giorgia Whigham, I don't know how to pronounce her name, but I'm gonna assume that's her. She will become one of these actors you hear about daily in about 5 years. Right now, she's not done any other movies. I guarantee you, she'll have a career in 5 years. Alright, I think it's time for us to take a look at the action in this show. How was the action? Well, I think it's probably the best action out of all seasons of the Marvel Netflix shows. And I'll get to that in my top 10 list of all the best Marvel Netflix shows, which I'm going to be doing tomorrow. For the time being, I'm just going to let you guys know this has some of the best action. Alright, for what it has, it doesn't have much action. I'll talk about that in the pacing side of this review. But for what it has, the show's incredible. The action is just on point, and you know, there's not one specific fight that I could refer to and say that's the hallway fight where it's all in one shot. It's just all so good that you don't even need a hallway fight in the show. And that's a pretty big statement, seeing as Daredevil season 3 came out only 4 months ago, and I think that has some of the greatest action of all time. Now, perhaps the biggest question is, how is the show paced? Is it slow? Is it fast? Is it consistent? And to answer that question, it's neither slow or fast, but it is consistent. The pace has got this rhythm to it, this cadence that picks up, right? And you know, in the case of Daredevil season 2, the show started off very slow paced, and then it picked up in the season. And then as the season went along, the pace started picking up, and it became faster and faster. And that worked for that season. But what makes Punisher season 2 so great, and even above season 1, is the fact that the pacing is so consistent that at no point in the show are you ever thinking about the pacing. You're never thinking this is slow or this is fast. You're only thinking I like what I'm seeing. Because mind you, Punisher season 2 and Daredevil season 3 are the only 2 seasons that I believe do not have excess space, are not wasting and padding the show with unneeded information or unneeded time, right? They have 13 episodes and they fill out their episodes well, you know, and that's perhaps the best thing I can give the show, is that it's got a smooth rhythm to it and a smooth cadence. It's neither too slow, kind of like Jessica Jones season 2, and it's not too fast, kind of like Daredevil season 3. It's just got a cadence to it that is normal and it's paced properly. Alright, so the last thing we gotta take a look at is the characterizations, actually. Punisher season 1 gave us some amazing characters. Billy Russo, Frank Castle, Madani. It takes those characters and elevates them. It takes them one step further while simultaneously introducing characters that are even better than the supporting characters from season 1. This show has got some amazing interaction. There's this one moment in the 13th episode of Punisher season 2 when Giorgia Whigham's character is interacting with the priest, and there's this amazing dialogue that they have, and it's amazing. And you know, speaking of Giorgia Whigham, she has amazing chemistry with almost everyone that she interacts with in the show. Madani, Frank Castle, she has great interactions with. Alright, but the real bread and butter of this show is the priest, the character, the priest, John Pilgrim, played by Jon Stewart. Let me tell you, this guy is incredible. Alright, the character is a complete mirror of Punisher. Watch this show, watch it back. If you haven't seen it yet, keep this in mind, right? When you're watching the show, look for the similarities between the Punisher and the priest, John Pilgrim. Frank Castle and John Pilgrim. You're gonna see a lot of similarities. There are moments in the show when, you know, we all know this from season 1, Punisher reflects back on his dead wife. And on the other side, there are moments when John Pilgrim, the priest, is reflecting back on his dying wife. And you know, obviously, we have Frank Castle who lost 2 kids, and then John Pilgrim who's doing everything because of his 2 kids, you know. I'm not gonna spoil what's happening with them, but you can watch the show and look at, you know, exactly what's happening there. They are 2 different sides of the exact same coin. Alrighty, so I do recommend the show for those who are willing to put in the hours to watch this. It does take commitment. The story does kind of have to build to a close. You're not gonna understand most things, and for the most part, you will be feeling kind of disappointed at the beginning, but the payoff at the end is well worth it. All in all, great TV show. Check it out. Just remember, it's all subjective.
For the record, I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record,